Recording in
Okay, so we can continue now while I'm admitting the people who are not yet here. Sino yung gusto mag-volunteer? I want to go na. Wala? Mag-volunteer na kayo. Si Luis, hindi pa to tapos si Luis.
Hello po.
Hello.
Game na po, sir.
Yeah, game na, Gina.
Gina. Okay. I'm John Luis Javier Pascual po, 19 years old, from Rodriguez, Rizal po. And then my three statements are, I am a consistent honor student and a UMS graduate. Then second po I am kind, industrious, and hardworking person. Then third statement po is, I pursue this course or program because my father is a educator or teacher po.
Okay, I see. Very interesting statements that you have right there, Luis. So first statement, the consistent honor student who says that's a lie while your classmates are trying to enter the room. Okay? You can now vote. Wala? Okay. Mahirap naman kung hindi sila naniniwala, no, Luis? So, hindi sir, hindi an honor student. Okay, second statement, kind and industrious. Tama ba? May sinabi ka pa bang isa? Hardworking, kind, and industrious. Wala? Mahirap naman kung sabihin ulit nila, hindi yun totoo. Okay, your father is also a teacher. Who says that's a lie? Okay, they really know you very well, right?
Yes po.
72 hours pa lang kayo magkaklase. Lala nyo na yung mga isa't isa. Okay, what's the lie?
Yung pangatlo po, yung nanay ko po kasi yung teacher.
Ingay, si Fiona ang culprit. Si Ira, ingay. Okay. Thank you, Luis. Call the next one. Kung ayaw nyo mag-volunteer.
Si Ira po.
Oh, go, Ira. Ngayon ka magsalita, Ira.
Wait lang po sir, may bumibili.
Sabi mo, wala nang yelo.
Good morning everyone. I am Ira Marie Pipolar and you can just call me Ira. 18 years old from Malabon. And yung tatlong statement ko po is I originally came from Laguna. Pangalawa is 5 kami magkakapatid. Tsaka pangatlo is I love history. Yun lang.
Laguna, 3 kayong magkakapatid. And you love history. History. Okay. The Laguna. Okay. The 3 siblings. Okay. The history. Ira likes history. Judgmental, you know? History. Okay, so what's the lie there? Ira?
From Laguna po.
Okay. From ano ka ba? From where ka ba?
Malabon lang po.
Malabon. Okay. So call the next one, Ira. Si ano? Ready ka na? Palermo? Or napindot mo lang yan?
Yes sir.
Okay, good. So, come on, it's your turn.
Ako po sir.
Yes.
Sir?
Ikaw po. Ingay, sino yun? Ikaw ba yun? Okay, go ahead. It's your turn. Baka may problem ulit. Si ano naman? Kung hindi siya pwede, mamaya ko na lang. Okay, Hana. Go, Hana.
So good day po. I'm Hannah J. Pablo. And here are my 3 statements po. First is I'm a working student. The second one po is I'm not good at math. And lastly po, my dream profession is lawyer po.
Lawyer. Okay. The working student, si Hana. Wala. Okay. So sabi ni John, hindi daw. Not good at math. Okay. So maybe you are good with words. The lawyer wants to be a lawyer. Kaya pala gusto mo yung lawyer kasi you're good with words. So, ano yung lie doon, Hannah?
It's actually the first statement po, sir.
Oh,
I'm not
I
a
see.
working student.
Okay. So you're good with words, with English. Kasi sabi niya you can't have both. If you're good with English, then you're not good with math, and vice versa. But I don't think that's true. Niisip mo lang yun. It's just your mindset. Okay, so call the next one, Hannah.
Si ano po, sir, si Roque po. Or,
Where are
Hello
you?
po,
Hello.
sir. Ako po si Carl Julian Roque, 18. Mula po ako sa originally Quezon City pero nakatira po ako ngayon sa San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Yung 3 statements ko po. Una, I can swim. Second, I can speak 4 languages fluently. And last, I love geography. Yun lang po.
Okay. So I can swim. Who says that's a lie? Si Carl, sabi niya lie yun. Si Rhea. Sa the 4 language fluently. Okay. The geography. Ma-amaze kami kapag true yun. Yung 4 language fluently. Geography. Okay. Mabulunan ka, Ira. Bulong ka tubig. Okay. Di okay lang yun, Ira. It's fine. Kasi naman malipasa ka ng gutom. Okay. So what's the lie there, Carl?
Mali po yung second, 2 lang po yung kaya ko. I mean, 2 yung fluent lang.
Tagalog, English.
Filipino, English, Spanish, Bicol.
Okay. So, okay. At least you know those. You're not just fluent, but you know all those language. Okay? So next is, ako na magtatawag si yung hindi pa tapos, si Rhea. Go, Rhea.
Good evening po, sir. I'm Rhea Sabido. You can call me Ray. I'm 18 years old. And 3 statements about me. I'm a varsity po ng volleyball. I know how to speak Bisaya. Pangarap ko pong maging veterinarian.
Veterinary. Okay. The varsity sa volleyball. Who says that's a lie? Wala. Mukha daw true. The fluent or can speak Bisaya. Okay. The veterinarian. Who says that's a lie? Okay. So what's the lie there, Ray?
Yung varsity po ng volleyball.
Sa ka ba varsity? Sa chess?
Wala po akong alam na sports.
Actually, mukha kang varsity ng volleyball kasi matapang yung mukha mo, parang naka-fight mode lang. Kaya napaniwala mo kami. Okay, so who's not yet done? I think majority, konti na lang hindi pa tapos. Sino yung hindi pa tapos? Tapos na lahat. Oh, Eloisa. Okay, ganito yung sequence natin para tuloy-tuloy. After ni Eloisa, si Joanna. Okay? Tapos after ni Joanna, si Dayan. Tapos ka na ba, Dayan? Dayan Palor?
Hindi po, sir.
Okay, so ganun. Eloisa, Joanna, then you, Dayan. Okay, go, Eloisa.
Hi, my name is Maria Eloisa A. Torres. I'm 18 years old. You can call me Eloy. And yung dream course ko talaga is accountancy. Pangalawa naman, nung bata ako, gusto ko mag-nurse. Pangatlo, mahilig ako sa arts. Magaling ako mag-drawing.
Okay, so accountancy, who says that's a lie? Pangarap ni Eloisa maging accountant. Oh, so tingin lang naniniwala. Actually, magagamit mo naman yan. Meron kayong ano eh, accounting, di ba? Di ba? Ngayon, meron ba? Meron ba kayo subject na accountancy? Bookkeeping, meron? Basta meron, magkakaroon kayo niyan. The nurse. Gusto niya maging nurse. Tama ba? Ano yung tungkol sa nurse? Sorry. Sorry, Eloy. Ano yung kwento mo tungkol sa nurse?
Parang gusto ko mag-nurse ng bata ako.
Okay, gusto mo rin maging nurse. The art. Magaling ka sa art. Okay. So ano yung lie doon, Eloy?
Accountancy po.
Ano?
Accounting.
Sino ba naman may gusto ng accountancy kung hindi ka mag... Yun talaga pinaka-challenging class na, ano, na course. Marami akong classmate na napatalsik from accountancy. Napunta sila sa co-ed. Kumbaga, pero nung nasa co-ed na sila, ang gagaling nila. Diba? Imagine yung ano, yung hindi ka tanggap-tanggap sa College of Accountancy, napunta sa co-ed, ang gagaling nila. Okay. So, okay, Joanna?
My name is Joanna May Salvador. You can call me Joanna or Wana. My 3 statements po is, yung first, went abroad. Yung second is, varsity player ng badminton. Then yung third is, youngest of siblings po.
Okay, the went abroad. Who says that's a lie? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hindi daw pwede yun kasi pandemic. The varsity ng badminton, si Joanna. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the youngest. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, ang lie, Joanna, is?
Yung lie po is yung varsity player ng badminton po.
Oh. Ano ka ba? Varsity ka ng alin?
Wala po.
Varsity ka ng ano, ng pool, ng pool. Okay. Yung kapalit ko kasing babae, may mag-pool. Kaya niloloko ka lagi. Okay, yung go Dayan.
Hello, sir. My name is Princess Dayan Palor, 18. And my 3 statements is, naglalaro na ng volleyball since grade 5. Nag-iisang anak lang ako and nakakapagsalita ko ng, alam ko yung Ilocano na language.
Okay, the volleyball. Wala. Volleyball. Lie. The only child. Lie. Dayon, lie. The Ilocano. Jack Maawatan. Yun ba yun? Okay, what's the lie there?
Nag-iisang anak. Nag-iisang anak, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So everyone's done? Everyone's done? So we can proceed now. Oh, si Johnny Line Opera. Okay, go, Johnny Line.
So, hi, I'm Johnny Line Operanya and I'm 18 years old from Marikina City. First statement ko po is 5'2" ako. Second is I love durian. And lastly is gusto ko pong maging piloto.
Okay, the 5'2" height ni Johnny Line. Si Ira. Habang kumakain yan, bumoboto siya. Yung iba yan, di bumoboto. The durian. Love durian. Sarap nun. The pilot. Want to become a pilot. Si Johnny Line. Okay, so what's the lie there, Johnny Line?
Yung first po, 5'2".
Ano ka ba, 6'2"?
Or 9.
Okay. Huwag ka tatabi dun sa 6'5 nating batch. Lahat tayo hanggang lang, ang leeg. Okay. So everyone's done now. I'll share a screen here. Okay, everyone's done na? Going once, going twice. Wala nang tatas ng kamay. Okay, so just one moment. I'll share this screen here. Share. Okay, so here is the syllabus. So this is the first day of the class. I'll give you the ways or the process on how you will be graded. What are those memorandum that is currently taking effect as of this semester? So such as the memo number 6, which entails that the easing up of academic requirements. So that's the memo number 6. And just to set your expectation, we are only required to meet you to have a synchronous session at least 6 times per semester. But that's just a minimum. Okay? So, but we can go more than that. As a matter of fact, we are not required to meet every week. Every other week, at least. Okay? And not at least, basta mabuno yung 6 times per buong semester. Okay? But class, meron tayong meeting next week. Okay? Thursday pa din. So, ideally, dapat every other week tayo nag-meet. But because of the time constraints, we need to do something. Because in November, magiging busy kami. Kaya, susunod-sunod muna tayo. For the 3 next weeks, magsunod-sunod tayong mag-meet. Okay lang ba yung class? Na yung meeting natin is sunod-sunod. Kasi by November, i-asynchronous ko muna kayo. Kasi may gagawin kami sa college. Sobrang hirap na gagawin namin. Okay. So, office productivity for business education. When we say office productivity, office first is of course the possible workplace for you. Not necessarily office. Okay? Yung office dito is just a symbol or symbolic way of saying your future workplace. When we say workplace, of course, it's just if you want to go to the corporate field, which is you are very qualified to do so if you want to, then you can go to work in an office. So of course, if you want to pursue your teaching profession, which of course, based on survey, mga out of 40 students in one classroom, marami na yung 5 ang gustong mag-teacher. Okay, let's, magbotohan na tayo. Sino dito yung gustong mag-teacher talaga? I-pursue yung teaching career. 1, 2, 3, 4. O, di ba? Tama yung prediction ko. Marami na yung 5. So, 4 yung nagtaas ng kamay. So, hindi pa marami. Okay. Actually, totoo yan. Kasi kahit kami dati, even ako, hindi ko talaga, actually, it took me 1 semester para mag-sink in sa akin yung course ko. Which is, magkapareho tayo ng course, BPT-LED. BPT yung tawag sa amin dati, pero BPT-LED na siya ngayon. So, ganyan din yung course ko dati. Hindi ko talaga na-realize na magiging teacher ako. Kasi nga, di ba, from tourism management, ayoko lang doon, kaya naghanap ako ng iba na hindi ko alam education pala yung mapupunta. Pero, I'm very thankful na napunta ako doon. Okay? So, first year, second year, baka, of course, mayroon pa kayong hindi nyo pa fully accepted kung course na napunta nyo. Pero, marami kaming testimonials na natatanggap, pag third year, fourth year na sila, then they really like their course. Okay? So parang ganito yan, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Kasi yung dati, mga students ko from other courses, gusto nila mag-teacher. Later in life, na-realize lang nila. So at least kayo, kahit ayaw nyo maging teacher, then may possible kayo mag-take ng exam. So di ba, parang easy na lang, easy change of career na lang. Pero ang nangyayari din, yung mga gustong mag-teacher, sila pa yung mga hindi nagiging teacher. Kasi may classmate ako, siya talaga yung pinaka-gusto mag-teacher sa amin. Pero for the past 10 years of her career, nag-work siya as a manager sa isang restaurant. So hindi siya naging teacher. Yung classmate naman namin na sobrang, pasaway, lagi pinapagalitan ng mga professor, laging late, siya ngayon yung parang sobrang galing na teacher. public high school teacher siya. Ang galing niya. I can say na nag-excel siya sa career niya. Gusto niya yung ginagawa niya. So hindi mo talaga masabi kung sino yung magiging teacher sa hindi. Okay, so yan, office productivity for business education. Now what I will be discussing to you is the institutional outcomes, these 9 institutional learning outcomes. When we say institutional learning outcomes, what is the institution that you are in right now? Of course, it's PUP. So PUP is expecting these outcomes to you, okay, once you are staying. So these are this is visible to all the syllabus that you will be having. Pero ito yung mga actual lesson natin, okay? Course plan, week 1, this one. Introduction to office productivity tools, soft skills versus hard skills, week 3, week 4 to 5. So, ibibigay ko na lang to kay Andre, okay, para makita niyo. So, after that midterm, hanggang week 18. Okay? So, in real life class, in face-to-face scenario, 18 times kayong nasa papasok sa klase, of course, synchronous, face-to-face. But during the pandemic, and meron pa memo number 6, which is easing up the academic requirements, then minimum of 6 times lang kayong imi-meet ng mga professor niyo. Kasi 60 to 70 class lang ng laman ng syllabus ang i-discuss sa inyo. Only the essential. That is based on the memorandum by the president. Okay? So do not expect that everything in the syllabus will be discussed to you. Only the essential. And we are not forcing you class. Okay? So let's say wala talagang walang resources. We are not forcing you to go to the computer shop just to conduct your class. Kasi it's we take priority to your health more than the learning. Kasi class, ganito yan. Aani mo yung learning. Di ba kung mako-compromise yung health mo? One good sign of intelligence is that, paano masabi na matalino ang isang tao? Masasabi mo na matalino ang isang tao kapag humihinga pa siya. Pag buhay pa siya. Self-preservation is the most important knowledge of all. Self-preservation. Aanin mo yung knowledge na na-accumulate mo kung hindi mo siya magagamit kasi wala ka na sa mundo. So, self-preservation ang pinaka-important. Self-preservation muna before anything else. So that's what we are aiming right now. And that's why we have choose to easen up the academic requirements. So, na-discuss na ba yung memo number 6 sa inyo for your past classes? Are you familiar with the memo number 6 class? Anyone? Hindi pa ba na-discuss sa inyo yun? Ano lang yun? Just to give you a heads up, memo number 6 means that you are walang graded recitation, walang oral reports, okay, walang yun yung mga tinanggal namin. Ito. Then, dalawa lang yung major exam. Major quiz. Okay, dalawa lang yung major exam. Midterm and finals. Kapag mayroon ng final exam, pwedeng final project na lang, wala ng final exam. Okay, so dalawa lang ang maximum of 2 announced exam. Yun yung midterm and final exam. Wala nang long quiz in between aside from that. So ganun yung mga Then kapag hindi kayo naka-attend ng class, hindi kayo pwedeng ibagsak. Ang worst grade na pwedeng matanggap nyo is INC. And instead of 1 year completion, we are giving you 2 years to complete that. Okay? So, kasi inisip namin, what if may problems sa connection or anything like that, financially, sa gadget. So, you have 2 years to complete. So, the worst grade that you can receive during this pandemic is INC. Okay? And not 5 or hindi sinful. INC lang. Then you have 2 years to complete that. Okay? So, that is the gist of the memo number 6. Okay? So, let's talk about the institutional learning outcomes. So we are expecting you, of course, to have a creative and critical thinking. So tapos na yung phase ng learning life nyo na based on, memorization or anything, or based on not the critical thinking. What we are aiming here is your critical thinking. Critical thinking is like moment when you, parang may light bulb moment. Ganun. Parang may naisip ka bigla. Yun yung critical thinking. Okay? So it's like when you have that kind of moment na yung critical thinking mo, that's what we are developing here. Okay? So kasi yun yung in demand ngayon sa workplace. Companies will not hire you for what you know. Sabi mo, ano yung ikaw, alam mo yung capital ng, let's say, Mongolia. Okay. No company will hire you because you know those things, or the circumference of planet Earth. You know those things. Kasi it's just one Google away. It's just 3 seconds away. What they are looking for is someone who can solve a real life problem. Okay. That's what they are aiming for. So that's what we are expecting you to develop here in, of course, during your stay in PUP, your critical thinking skills and your creativity. Demonstrate basic and higher level of literacy, communication necessary, and critical thinking skills. So that's really the key, critical thinking skills. And of course, effective communication. Effective communication is to practice this class. You know, there is really you cannot do this overnight. The effective communication, especially you will become a teacher. Okay, and sometimes the biggest problem with your communication is your stage fright. Okay, your fear of facing facing the crowd, and you have no choice but to face crowd because you will become a teacher. Pagdating nyo ng pagsampa nyo ng third year college, magkakaroon na kayo ng teaching demo. Okay? Then you will experience handling. Mapupunta na kayo sa field kasi meron tayong field study 1 to 6. 6 yung field study nyo. So you will really have an immersion with the real life. Okay, real life class. So how would you handle that? That's why ngayon palang class, if you want to develop your communication skills, dapat nga proactive kayo. Sir, baka I can explain this to my classmate. This bullet here. Okay, I can explain this. But of course, that is in face-to-face. Para kapag nasa harapan na kayo ng mga mawala yung stage fright nyo. Okay, effective communication. Then, strong service orientation. You know, class, this is your course sometimes. Raise your hand, class, if this is really your, this is the course that you want. Strong service orientation. Okay, so almost majority. So there is parang napadpad kayo dito. Okay, napunta ako sa main. Pinakit lang ako sa third floor para maging teacher ako. Pwede nyo na. That's the start of my teaching career. So, did you know, class, na yung course natin, yun yung pinakamatagal na course na oldest course in PUP since 1956. Can you imagine that? Sobrang tanda na ng course natin. From BBE, naging BBTE, naging BBT-LED, so which is ngayon na. Kumbaga season 3 na kayo ng course natin. Yung mga graduate ng course natin, example is, of course, our dean. Kilala niyo ba yung dean natin? Si Mamina Pumuyog. She is graduate of BBT-LED. Dati BBE pa yon. Pero we have the same course as our dean. And we have the same course as the principal of the senior high school. Okay, si Ma'am Robelina Hacolbia. Kilala niyo ba si Ma'am Hacolbia? Siya yung principal ng senior high school. So, may mga highest position sa PUP is graduate of BBTE. Okay, yung course nyo. Kasi, our course, BBT-LED, is one of the flagship course of PUP. Are you aware of that? It's our flagship course. When we say flagship, it's one of the most important course of a school. Okay, ito yung pinagmamayabang na course talaga. Kaya, let's say, ano ba yung flagship phone ng Apple? Flagship phone ng Apple is iPhone 13. iPhone 13 Pro Max, something like that. Anong flagship phone ng Samsung? Yung Galaxy S series nila. Ano yung flagship course ng PUP? BBT-LED. Sabihin nyo yan. So, wag nyong i-play down yung course nyo. Kasi yan yung isa sa mga flagship course ng PUP. Yan talaga yung parang pinagbuhusan ng flagship. Sobrang dami ng graduate na ng course na yan. And pag nandito kayo sa course na to, hindi talaga kayo mawawalan ng opportunities. Okay, so next is passion for lifelong learning. When we say passion for lifelong learning, of course, whatever we might be talking here, okay, kung ano yung kahit ano yung pinag-uusapan natin ngayon sa office productivity tools, maybe siguro mga 80% ng lahat ng pag-uusapan natin sa office productivity in business education, yung mga technology, yung mga tools na pag-uusapan natin, kapag ano na kayo, teacher na kayo or nasa professional field na kayo, baka obsolete na yan lahat. Okay? You know what's obsolete? It's hindi na ginagamit. Just like what happened to me when I was in college. Okay, so yun, magkapareda ng course, BBTLED. Yung prof nyo ba si Michelle Soto? Prof nyo ba siya? Hindi. Okay, so I'm sure magiging prof nyo din siya. Kasi siya din yung dati kong prof sa educational technology. So lahat kami binigyan ng technology na gagamitin namin for demo. For teaching demo. And yung nabigay sa akin tools to conduct my teaching demo is OHP. Are you familiar with OHP? OHP is overhead projector. Yung predecessor ng mga projector ngayon. So before the LCD projector yung ginagamit natin ngayon, yun, nakakonect lang natin sa laptop, naka-HDMI pa. Before that is OHP or overhead projector. Yun yung ginagamit na projector sa mga simbahan. Yung per slide, ipapaprint mo yun, 10 pesos per slide sa acetate. Sa acetate, then yung nakaprint na color block yung magpo-project sa wall. Kasi ano yun, parang manual talaga yun. Ilaw lang, anino lang yung projector na yun. So OHP ang tawag, overhead projector. So yun yung ginamit kong during my teaching demo kasi yung naka-assign sa akin. Then, nung naging teacher ako, wala nang gumagamit nun. Kumbaga, the bottom line is obsolete na siya. So what we are focusing here is what we will be talking more in this course here is what are those technology okay, na magagamit nyo kahit na pagka-graduate nyo. Kumbaga, hindi enough yung mag-rely tayo sa nalalaman natin ngayon. Lahat ng mga technology available dito, mga emerging technologies, such as the grain, the robotics, the artificial intelligence, the nanotechnology. Those maybe hindi pa siya available ngayon. Pero when you become a teacher, it will be fully implemented already. Okay. Next is sense of nationalism and global responsiveness. Okay, number 5. We are not only training you to become a competitive nationally, but we are training you to be competitive globally. That's why we have this project that we are integrating at least sa Southeast Asia. Kasi doon tayo magsisimula sa mga kapitbahay natin sa Southeast Asia to align what we are learning to anywhere in Southeast Asia. Okay? So hindi pa nga tayo nangunguna sa Southeast Asia. Ano tayo? Pang-apat lang tayo pagdating sa academic in Southeast Asia. So if we benchmark meaning to align our education in Southeast Asia, then magiging 4 times yung learning na makukuha natin. Okay? Next is community engagement. Lahat tayo class, lahat ng organization sa kahit saan, pagka-graduate nyo, they have ways of giving back to the community. Because that is required. So we should practice it by now, ngayon pa lang. What do you mean by this? Parang ganito yung class. Lahat ng mga company, let's say Unilever, GMA, Procter & Gamble, Pen Shop, lahat yan sila, merong ways to give back to the community. Possible yung program mo to give back to the community, pupunta kayo sa mga indigenous community, magbibigay kayo ng school supplies. That's one. Okay? So, let's say yung GMA, ano yung one of way of giving back to the community is of course yung yung kapuso mo, hindi KMJS, yung basta they have this program that to give back to the community. Okay? And ngayon pa lang class, nasa ano pa lang kayo, nasa nag-aaral pa lang kayo. Pina-practice na to. Kasi nga, hindi pwedeng walang ganito. Hindi pwedeng walang ways to give back to the community. PUP pa lang, meron na tayong ano eh. During the pandemic, we have a lot of program to give back to the community. Nag-spend tayo ng 5 million pesos para sa alcohol na dinistribute natin sa mga estudyante, faculty, sa mga people around the community, sa mga barangay hall. Nag-spend tayo ng 5 million for the alcohol para during the pandemic. Then, pinauwi natin. Nag-invest tayo ng pera para sa mga students natin na stranded during pandemic. Hinatid natin sila from their boarding house sa Teresa to mismong bahay nila. So, that's why community engagement is really important. Ngayon pa lang, dapat meron na kayong ways to give back to the community. The adeptness in responsible use of technology, or adeptness means being skilled, okay? Being good in responsible use of technology. First, ganito class, kumbaga baka nalilito kayo, sir, ano ba yung course namin? Ang course nyo talaga class is Bachelor in Secondary Education, major in TLE. Right? Tanim nyo yan sa mga alalahanin nyo yan lagi. Pinagulo lang yung course nyo. Pero ang course nyo talaga is Bachelor in Secondary Education, major in TLE. Okay? Clear na ba class? Yun yung course nyo. Kasi sa PUP, kasi pag, let's say, yung pagkatapos nyo ng trabaho, pagkatapos nyo ng college, mag-apply kayo, yung default path nyo is to become a high school teacher in TLE department. Okay? Pagdating mo naman sa TLE, hindi ka naman tatanungin kung kung lahat, ina-expect sa'yo, matuturo mo lahat. Kasi nga sa TLE. Kasi ang daming ng TLE, di ba? Technology, Livelihood, Education. So, pag napunta ka sa TLE department, yung head mo, bahala na sila magtalaga sa'yo kung ano yung ituturo mo sa possible nga. Ako class, ang finocus namin ng college is more on business, entrepreneurship, accountancy. Then, nung naging teacher ako, ang saklap class kasi tinuturo ko electricity, drafting, programming, masonry, agri-fishery, call center basic. So, expect nyo na class, magiging super generalist kayo na 20 plus may subject nyo is yun yung mga ituturo nyo. It can range from cosmetology to masonry. So imagine ang layo ng gap, from cosmetology to nagmamason kayo bigla. So ganun ka broad yung TLE. So isipin niyo na class, your course in college is Bachelor in Secondary Education, major in TLE. Ganun lang yun. Wala nang BTL, ED, major in IA, Industrial Arts, or ICT, on those things. Yun talaga. May mga tanong ba kayo, class? Do you have any questions about your course or about your... Sir, ganun pala yung course namin. Pwedeng gusto ko nang kumawala. Gusto ko nang mag-shift. So, ang daming nag-isip ng ganun, class. Pero, give co-ed a chance. Kasi after by the way, class, since dapat twice a week tayo mag-meet this week, di ba? Nung Monday and Thursday. Tama ba? So, isang beses na lang. So, I hope you don't mind kung mag-extend tayo ng konti. So, magbe-break muna tayo, class, ng 10 minutes. 10 minutes break, then we'll be back at around 8:45. 8:47. Okay lang ba, class? 10 minutes break muna tayo. 8:47, babalik tayo. Okay, I'll give the link to Andre again. Okay, see you after 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.